Welcome to the show today, Alicia. I'm so thrilled to have you here.
Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here.
So, we connected on Instagram, and I was sharing that, we probably got a number of pitches every week. And there was something about your content that was speaking to me. And I knew that I wanted to be able to have you as a guest on the show. So, we'll talk a little bit about that journey. Can you share your Instagram with everyone first, please? Because I think the message is already there in the name of it.
Yeah, so my Instagram is called Her Inner Glow,
Hmm.
and it's all about teaching women or helping women see that you don't have to keep waiting to um, live a life that feels good inside, right?
Mm.
Stop waiting, start living in your magic now. Life is so short.
Hmm.
And that's what my whole message is about is be her now. Be
Be
her
her now.
now, not someday. Be her now.
Yeah, see, I've heard a lot of people say be her now. I know that, a very good friend of mine has a journal, be her now. It's all
Yes,
right.
yes.
We know Kim.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and that message is there. I think for you, you have an even fiery approach to it that I love. And you're very bold in your messaging. And I love
Yeah,
bold. Like I
yeah.
love bold. It's such a bold person. So can you tell, like, is that who you have always been?
No,
No, no, no.
absolutely not.
So
No, absolutely not.
okay, take us back a little bit.
Yeah, well, okay, so take us back. When I was 15,
Hmm.
I lost my mom to cancer. She was only 41.
So young.
Yeah, and the next 10 years after that, for the next 10 years, I struggled deeply with depression, grief. I dropped out of high school, just felt very alone, had no self love, no self worth. And there was this instance actually in 2018, I think I just made a post about it yesterday, um, that I left my fiance at 3 a.m. And it was just this turning point in my life where I kind of just felt if I don't move now, if I don't make a move now or change something now, I might lose myself completely.
Mm.
And it was just, I can't even explain what gave me that inkling or, instant courage. I don't know, but it lit a fire in my soul. And I can say from that 3 in the morning moment, I've just become this bold version of myself.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. I don't know what that would take. Like the amount of courage that it would take. I'm what can I ask this question? How long did it take for that energy to bubble to go, okay, now I have to do it. Like to make a bold move like that. I often think like the amount of energy that we all spend in indecision
Right.
is a lot. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, no, this is the way it has to be. So I'm just curious, what was that process like?
I would say I don't know for sure. I would say a good 2 years,
Yep.
2 years of questioning, do I deserve more?
Hmm.
Am I worthy of more? Can I do it? Do I trust myself enough? Because back then I didn't know what self trust was. I didn't know how to obtain that. I feel like um, we get so stuck in waiting for someone else to come save us.
Hmm.
And we all hear it as is no one can save you. You have to save yourself. And I used to hate that because I took that as that meant no one loved me.
Oh,
And so I felt
interesting.
so stuck in that when that moment came at 3 in the morning. It just finally occurred to me that the reason no one is coming to save me isn't because they don't love me. No one is coming to save me because I am the one in power. I hold the power to change my life. If, the people who love me dearly could save me, they would,
Mm-hmm.
but they
Hmm.
can't, right? We hold the power. And I just think that's such a beautiful concept once you understand that we hold the power. We can change our circumstances.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that because I think that's exactly a turning point is when people realize like I do have agency. I can do this. And it's a belief, right? When that belief starts to shift and change, did it unlock like a use because I see you as a bold person who does speak. Did it unlock her pretty quickly or what was that process like?
No, no. I mean, right after that, we kind of fall into this, quick spiral of what did I just do? Did I just blow up my whole life? Did I make a big mistake? So it took a lot of, I guess, building self-trust and just telling myself, this was the first time you chose yourself and just going with that belief that everything was finally going to be okay one day. I'd be lying if I sat here and said like after that day, life was rainbows and yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
No, that after that, it followed with a lot of years of healing,
Mhm.
of calling myself out on my own stuff.
You can swear. It's okay.
And okay,
It's okay. I can see you
you
hold
know
back.
me, I'm trying to hold it back. Yeah,
I know you are. I can
calling
see it.
myself out of my own shit.
Yeah, no filter. No filter.
Yeah. And no, it took a lot. It took a lot.
Hmm.
But I just pushed through and pushed through because I just finally started seeing this version of me of what I could be, who I was meant to be, and who was already actually, deep inside of me. And I just kept pushing. And I mean, I'm not perfect. No one is, but I am very proud of where I am now and how much, love I've put into myself.
Yeah, the growth and that you can see it like that, the self-trust and the belief and like I said, just say it comes across as a very strong energy of I know who I am. When did you start an Instagram account and what was your intention when you started it?
So I started Her Inner Glow. What are we now? We're June. I think it was November of 2023.
Okay.
So I was deep in the trenches of motherhood.
Hmm.
I had a 1 year old and a 2 year old, and my husband works away. So he's a camp worker, he's a heavy duty mechanic. And so he works away 2 weeks at a time, and then he's home 2 weeks at a time. And I write about this in my upcoming book. I
Hmm.
know we'll talk about that. But I did so much work, to feel, that I've come so far. And then I felt, that I was in the thick of motherhood and I felt like I was backtracking a little bit. Um, and so I just decided one night that I wanted an outlet.
Hmm.
And I decided to start this Instagram account. And I was actually just going through usernames. I didn't really think at the moment, I wanted it to be inspiring and empowering and uplifting. And Her Inner Glow, like GLOW, was taken. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do Her Inner Glow with GLO.
Hmm.
And that's how it all started. I just thought I'd start sharing quotes that I love,
Yeah.
words that, were inside of me. And that is what led to all of this.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I think it's so, especially in the world of social media, do you find that, if you're not clear on your own path, there's a million gurus. Like it has to be carousel, it's got to be talking,
Oh,
it's got to be reels, it's got to be B-rolls, it has to be, and it can get to the point of like, can you just, okay, wait a minute. Like it's too much. How do you find your own, like, did this process help you to find your own voice, your own message? And how do you stick to what works for you?
right. Yeah, it did. Got in the beginning, I was really trying to, get in my own head that I wanted this to be a business and I wanted, to grow a really big following. And as we all do,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
But then I started following a bunch of business coaches. And then my head was just spinning. And I felt like, and this was pretty early on still, I felt like I was losing my voice. Like the whole reason of why I created this account was to be an outlet and share my story and share, everything. And then you're right. Like there's just so many different things out there that like, this is what you have to do, it was a lot. So
Awesome.
what I did was unfollow all those accounts that, was telling me I had to do this in order to be successful. I have to do this in order to reach my audience, when I knew just by posting what I was posting, I was already finding my audience. I was already finding the women who needed my message. And so I'm at a point now, and I have been for a long time, where I just post what feels good. I don't follow a framework. I don't follow a strategy. If I wake up and I want to swear and make a carousel and have it be bold, I'm going to do that. And I have no plan. And I know some business coaches or Instagram coaches might be watching being like, what?
What is she doing?
Yeah, I don't. It's very willy-nilly because it's from the heart. Like it's very, the words I put out there matter to me, and I want it to resonate. And yeah.
Well, I think this is where, for me, like it connects so deeply because I followed your account for probably at least 2 years. And it was the message and the way you shared it. And like I said, it was bold, but it was also just something I felt like, yeah, more women need to say this. Like more women need to say this. This is landing. And I think it's great because I think when your energy is behind what you're doing, it shows. Like if you told me I have to only post carousel posts, it would just not work for me. I don't, it's not how my brain works.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. And if the energy is off, like I am consistent in posting, but if I go to post and my energy is off, I'm like, not right now. Like it's just not right now. There's just a put it aside.
No.
People can feel that. So I
They can feel
love,
when it's forced.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can feel it's forced. And if it's
Yeah.
forced, it's like, if it's forced, is it authentic? Like my brain is always in that. Is it authentic? Because if it's not authentic, I'm not interested.
No.
Yeah.
No, I agree completely. Yeah, we're in a world of, a lot of people, their business is social media, and
Yeah.
it's an amazing platform, but there's just, you need to be able to cut out the noise and do it your own way kind of
Yeah.
thing, and make sure that it feels good.
Yeah, there's a certain level of discernment I really feel that in the last couple of years I've been able to feel more of. It's interesting because I want to ask this only because do you ever get any kind of slack from people in your life saying like you shouldn't talk like that online? Because I have, and I laugh and I'm like, there are
Yeah.
times I just laugh and I'm like, oh, that yeah, thanks for your opinion, but
Yeah. Not
whatever.
needed.
Yeah. I don't remember asking. I've actually even said before, I don't remember asking for that either, but
Good
thanks
for
for your
you.
opinion. Yeah. Yeah, bold.
Good for you. No, actually, I haven't gotten
Right.
slack. And I think it's just because of the person I am now.
Love that.
Everyone in my life just knows like that's just Alicia. Like
Mhm.
that's just who I am. But that's actually fun you asked, because it took me a while to even show up with messaging like that. I really played it safe in the beginning because you don't know. You don't want to offend everyone on the internet, which
It's,
never can
it's
happen.
not, no, but it's
That
not
was
hard
my
to offend
brain, like,
somebody. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it took me a while. And it was literally just one day where I was like, F it. This is how I feel. I'm gonna say it. And I drop F bombs all the time on my content
Yeah.
because that's how I feel. And it's funny because those pieces of content land the most. Like even my husband was saying, he's like, do you realize like when you swear, like your content just like gets so much engagement? I was like, I know, like, because it lands for us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's a permission piece that it's also giving women permission to be themselves, right? Like to be who you are in your
Yeah.
content. I mean, did your account grow quickly in the process, or did it kind of happen like organic? Like
Um,
how did that, what was that process like?
I'd say more quickly than normal. Like,
Hmm.
I didn't like, I started So November 2023, and I hit 100,000 followers last summer.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so cute. My husband threw me this, like, hung up balloons, and
Oh,
my kids were there holding the 100K balloons. It was they had no idea what we were
I don't know.
celebrating, but they were so excited. Yeah, it was all organic. It was all just because I'd share, like, I'd create content that women were
Mm-hmm.
constantly sharing.
Yep.
So I think it just gained traction
I love
really
that.
fast. Yeah.
I love that. And during the process, did you hit a point then? Because I know you are a self-love and confidence mentor. I know it's led into things that you offer and do now. Did that just become something that, like, what led you into wanting to teach and share this work?
I don't know. It kind of just organically happened. I was actually thinking about this yesterday.
Hmm.
So I started Her Inner Glow, and then in November, and then in the new year, I was just sitting there and I saw this journal in Walmart, and I was just like sitting there looking at it, and I was looking at it and I was like, I could create that. I could create that. I could sell that to women, like,
Hmm.
and then my brain from there just started rolling of how I could take these words that are already resonating and helping women and take it and, make it a business for myself.
Hmm.
And it kind of just snowballed from there. I ended up getting my life coaching certificate during that, because I was, just want to learn as I go. And yeah, I just decided, okay, I'm going to run with this and we're going to make a business out of this. And yeah, like I said, I am learning as I go. I am not perfect, and yeah, it's been an awesome experience.
I think what's amazing is sometimes people are going to look at account with your size following and make the assumption that, oh, she's got it all figured out. It's like she knows exactly what she's doing. And you're just giving permission that, like, you can figure it out as you go. You can figure it out as you go. You can pay attention to what feels good. And because, you and I spoke about this before we even started, I love this. When you look at your account and your following and how bold you are and what you say, I reached out and I was like, I would love to have you as a guest on the show. I know you have a book coming up. I love, again, this whole piece of helping to share and promote what other women are doing. It,
Yeah.
it speaks to me and I love it. And you said yes. And I was like, okay, amazing. And then we start today. And I was like, so how are you feeling? Any questions? You're like, this is my first podcast. And I'm like, what?
It is. This is my first podcast. I texted my friends earlier. I was like, I have my first podcast interview in like an hour. I'm so nervous, but I'm so excited. Yeah.
But you're here. Like, so was there ever a point, like, so here comes stranger in the DMs saying to you, hey, I would love to have you on the show. What were some of your first thoughts?
Um, oh my God. Like, oh my God, someone wants to interview me. Like, what? But excitement. I mean, and this is the thing, like I've always said, I always have, goals for myself,
Yeah.
1 year goals, 3 year goals, whichever. And being on podcasts was one of them. I had a goal for myself in one of my pink journals that said 2027, I'm going to write a book and I'm going to be on podcasts. And it's just wild to me that this is what happens when you choose to believe in yourself and you choose to show up, even when it's scary,
Mm.
right? Even when it's scary, you move anyways, you move through it.
Mhm.
And this is what happens. Yeah.
Well, I love that you shared this because people think the belief is just going to change. And I'm like, the belief doesn't change. You actually move. And when you move, you build a little bit more belief in yourself and a little bit more belief in yourself. And that's really what this is. And so it's okay to be nervous. I just absolutely love that because you're giving others permission that
Yeah.
it's okay that this is my first one and this is what I'm doing. I'm very honored this is your first one.
I
And I
love it.
love that I asked. But your book, is it coming out next year or is it this year?
This year, this September, it'll be out. Yeah, end of
Okay,
September.
so you wrote down that you'd be on podcasts and have a book in 2027,
Yeah,
and now it's 2026, and you're on a podcast and you have a
I know.
book coming.
I
Okay,
know.
tell us about your
Yeah.
book.
Okay, so my book is called You're Already Her.
Hmm.
Stop how to stop waiting and start living in your magic. So it's the message of my whole brand, right? Is stop waiting to lose the weight. Stop waiting to get in that relationship. Stop waiting to have that job until you give yourself permission to feel good about yourself. We
Hmm.
have to stop waiting to feel good enough. Everything, the qualities we desire to have are already inside of us. They're just covered by years of doubt, years of, negative self talk, all those things, conditioning, survival mode, all those things. And once you learn the book, I guess like the book challenges the habit of waiting and learning how to strip away all of that. So the qualities that, the best version of yourself have
Hmm.
are, at the forefront.
Oh, I love that. And you said it exactly. I really do believe that like what we desire is already available in us if we can find a way to strip away all of the programming, the beliefs, the thoughts from everyone else. And then as you start to see that, then you can start to build belief in that. That's beautiful. Did you what was the process like writing your book? How long did it take? And yeah, just anything
Um,
you can share on it.
yeah. So last I'd say February of 2025, I
Mhm.
got a random email from a book publisher, and I opened it and I read it, and I was
Did you think it
just,
was real? Did you think it
no,
was maybe not real? Yeah.
because I was like, what do you mean you want me to write a book?
Yeah.
Like I legit still, I'm 33. I have not finished high school. Like I don't have, so I'm like, what? Like you want me to write a book? It was very surreal. And so I hopped on a call with her, and it was, a publisher from Wiley. And she just said, I am so intrigued with your message. And I just feel like there is a book underneath all of this that can be brought to life. And she's like, would you be interested in writing a book proposal so I could take it to my team and see if we can make something happen? And I'm just like,
I'm
yeah.
only I'm
Okay.
only laughing because we actually write and publish books like on our
Oh
end.
my God.
So no, I'm saying this because like for the average person, they will go out and like chase a publisher deal. They will write book like
Right.
publishing proposals. And it's so interesting. What I see is you like became that version of you, like unapologetically. And that's when opportunities came in. Like
Yeah.
you deserved and you created them. But to have somebody come and knock on your door to say,
I
hey,
know.
that doesn't happen very often.
I know. I know. And I
Amazing.
write about that in the book where
Amazing.
you just become a magnet, to opportunities when you stay true to who you desire to be.
Hmm.
Is I believe that wholeheartedly. Um yeah, so I wrote the book proposal. And I remember the day I got the email in saying, congratulations, we want to publish You're Already Her. And so I started writing, and I just finished writing just this past December. And
Hmm.
I've been in the process of, all the editing, the proofs, all the things. Um, and yeah, so it will be in stores September 29th.
Amazing, amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. I'll have to make sure like we will you're doing pre-sales too already, are you not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I
Yeah.
saw that.
Yeah. It's available for pre-order. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. I think there's something really powerful in that message just to hammer home is like how can you become that version of you and then it opens up opportunities, right? Like
Right.
we had not had a conversation and I reached out because I was like I just love your messaging. Your
Yeah.
messaging will speak to the people that it's meant to speak to, even if
Agreed.
it's not the
Yeah.
people in your current life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I always say, I get this a lot in my DMs, like how do I become her? How do I become her? And I always say, sit back and ask yourself, what would the version of me I admire most? What
Mhm.
would she do right now? What would she do next? Not, in 5 years, not in a month. What would she do today?
Mhm.
And then make that move, send that email, make that call, text that person, do that workout, whatever it is. Take the action, take the aligned action. And that is how you slowly build the trust. That is how you be her now.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. And how, okay, so somebody's listening to this right now and it's like, okay, I don't even know where to start. You just shared that piece.
Yeah.
What were some of the points along the way where it was like that was actually maybe it felt really hard at the time, but then you just kept going? Like, what were some of the turning points for you that you can look back on and say, those were really hard at the time, but I grew a lot in that process?
Yeah. Well, for one was leaving.
Yeah, for sure. That one for sure.
Right. That
Yeah.
for sure. Another one was honestly sitting down and making a list and calling myself out on my own bullshit,
Oh,
which was the hardest, some of the hardest things. And I share about this a lot is getting out of the victim mindset.
hmm
I had to really call myself out on that because I spent so many years in grief and depression, and I was living in this mindset that this was happening to me. This was all happening to me, and all just that, yeah, that mindset. And so getting over that, those would be like my biggest turning points where I just got super, super honest and uncomfortable
hmm
and chose to, yeah, move forward.
I think that's a really important piece. I think that so many, I mean, I know victim mindset well. I lived there for a long time. I actually say I did live there for a really long time,
Okay.
and it can be a slippery slope. It's one
Yeah.
piece that I can watch. I'm like, ooh, that's the language. I can hear it. I can hear what I'm doing, and I don't like that. Like that is
Yeah.
when you live in that space, you have given up any kind of agency that you can change anything in your life because it means you're waiting for everything else around you and your circumstances to change. And that's not where change comes from, right? It comes from inside. But I think that's a really powerful piece. And when you can have that conversation with yourself and look at like, what am I doing in my life right now that's working and what's not working?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you can't change it if you can't see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's,
hmm
yeah, you can't change what you're not willing to see. Yeah, you have
Mm-mm.
to take those blinders off and get real and say, what am I doing that's aligned and what am I doing that is, meant for the old version of me.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
where I'm going. That's where I've
No.
been, but that's not where I'm going. I know as you continue to do this, like you're going to see your confidence changes, your belief in yourself changes, and all those things. How, like, what are some of the ways that through your work you help women to continue to grow that confidence in themselves so that they can show up? There's a lot of waiting for things to be line up
Yeah.
again, to be
Yeah.
ready. And always sometimes thinking that there's someone else has the answer. Like I don't that's it's like
Yes.
this program or that person. And what I keep hearing you say is like, no, that answer comes from within first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how
Um,
go anything you want to share on that?
yeah. The biggest thing that like what I try to teach women is how to move now, how to move differently now. I have a little offer that
Yes.
women love, and it's called That Girl Detox. And it's a 10-day reset of how to move differently in your daily, everyday life. And I think that's the biggest turning point is understanding how to move in your daily life in a consistent way
hmm
that is in an aligned way, right? So, for instance, cleaning out your closet, get rid of all the clothes that you're waiting to fit into.
hmm
Get rid of those. Those are just causing bad energy. You are more than, worthy of loving yourself now.
hmm
Clean the closet. Number two would be detox your digital space. So unfollow all those accounts that make you feel less than, make you feel like oh, comparing and not feeling great. Just stuff like that, like changing how you move in your daily life. That's a huge thing, right? It all starts with action. So
It does, and how you
yeah,
intentionally lead yourself. I love how
yeah,
you're saying that. It's like being so intentional about how you lead yourself in your own energy every single day.
yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So you're still a young mom. You have a new book coming. You have a business that's growing. You have like, what else is coming up for you? Or are you like in a space saying, this feels just great right now? I'm just curious.
Honestly, yes, this feels great right now. I always said, like, when I started this, like, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I didn't plan to go back to work until both my kids are in school,
Mhm.
like kindergarten and beyond. And my daughter goes into kindergarten this fall, and my son's still, in preschool this coming up fall. So I still want to soak that all up,
Mhm.
because I don't want to, overhaul my life with the business, but I want to be super present with him. But I want to keep this flow going because this feels great. So nothing too major, added to this right now, but yeah.
Amazing. Thank you for sharing that because I also think what you're doing is you're giving permission that you can design your business however you want. It
Yes.
gets to be however you want. And I like honestly, I often say to people like if you're not building it the way you want, it's not sustainable. It's just not
No,
sustainable. It's like you can push forever to create what you want, but if it's actually not what you want, it's not going to fulfill anything.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. And that's another reason I had to unfollow some business coaches because they just, there's just so many rules out there of, oh, if you want 10K, 50K, whatever months, like you have to do this, you have to show up this way, you have to have all these, clients. And I'm just like, I don't want that. Like yes, I want, a very successful business, but I also want to enjoy the present moment and I want to do it in a way that feels good. Because if it doesn't feel good, then it's not going to go anywhere.
Oh my God.
And there's no timeline. I just want everyone to know that there is no timeline, right? We have to um, do what feels good. And I'm just a firm believer that if it's meant to be, it will be. And
Mm.
yeah,
I love that you said there's no timeline because for the longest time, I'm 56. I kept saying I was too
you
late.
look amazing, by the way.
Thank
You
you.
look
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you. Oh my God, I received that. I just kept feeling I was too late. There was no, I must be too late
Right.
because
Right.
it's like I didn't actually start my business until the pandemic happened and the doors
Okay.
closed. And I was like, my 28-year career was gone. And I had to do so much rewiring that feeling like I felt like such a imposter in this
Yeah.
space, to
Right.
be honest, I did
Okay.
until it was like, okay, I know there's got to be a way. And it just kept going. Now, a few years later, I see endless number of people in my circle who are doing incredible things. So I think it's the permission is there, but you still get to decide how you want to do it and what that looks like. And it's just
Absolutely.
permission to build it your own way.
Yeah. Permission you give yourself. Don't look for permission, outside of you, but permission, yeah, for yourself. And you're killing it. You're doing
Oh,
awesome. Like, oh my God.
sweet. You're so
Yeah.
sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I love what I do. I do. I love what I do. And I was saying, so we're over 1,000 episodes. Somebody stopped me last week and she was like, for what? Well, for why? I'm like, because I want to. And she
Oh,
was like, it was just so interesting. She goes, how long do you do that for? I'm like, till I don't want to. That was my
oh
answer.
my God.
It was just this, it was such an interesting call. I don't think she meant
Yeah.
anything bad by it, but it just was so like, I don't get it. And I'm like, it's okay that you don't get it. I
You
don't
don't
need
need
you to
to.
get it. I
Yeah.
actually don't need you to.
Yeah.
And it was such a thing. So you've got to be in a space like maybe part age also puts me in a space of saying, I don't give a shit if you don't get it at all. I do what I
Totally. Yeah.
love. And so it's just such a funny piece. But I love this. I think this message is so important. And I'm curious from your lens how has your own self-worth changed through this work?
Oh my gosh. It's changed immensely because I know now that my self-worth is not, decided on my achievements. It's not decided on anything external.
Mhm.
I'm inherently like worthy because I'm just here. And I think every woman needs to
Mhm.
know that. It doesn't matter what you achieve. It doesn't matter who you are. You are worthy. Oh, I'm gonna cry, sorry.
No, don't
You
stay there
are
because I
worthy
can
just
feel it.
for being here and being you. So yeah.
I got shivers when you said that and the way you said it, and you can tell it hit home and it's beautiful because
Yeah.
why, like, I have some of my own thoughts, but why do you think like, women are struggling with that so much? And it's just
Yeah.
this, I mean, I have some thoughts on it, but I'm just curious what your thoughts are.
I honestly just think we're so conditioned to like think of confidence and self-love as something we have to earn,
Mm.
like something we have to earn. We can't feel worthy or love ourselves or feel confident until we get this, until we lose the weight, until we look like this, until we whatever it may be. I think we're so conditioned, and I mean, I think in that aspect social media doesn't always help. um but yeah, I think it's conditioning, and what we need to do is strip those layers back and get just brutally honest with where this conditioning started in our own lives.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
And as you said, take an inventory and actually look at like what are you telling yourself? What rules are you setting up for yourself? Like, and it's like I said, when you come face to face with yourself, it can be a tough moment of like,
Mhm.
I'm building something I don't even want. Like I'm
Yeah.
doing something I don't even want. And what if I move in the direction of what I actually want to create and
Right.
what that can look like? It's you can rewrite those stories at any age, at any time, at any age. But the way that you're leading, I think, is just such a beautiful example for your kids as well. Like
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
have, I actually think you can have it all. You can just decide how much of everything you want at once. That's all.
Yes. I agree. I completely agree. Yeah, you can have it all. You're so right. It's what you, yeah, everyone can do it differently. Everyone can put their energy in different,
Mhm.
places. But I agree fully. We can all have it all. We have to keep choosing ourselves over and over.
Yeah, every single day, every single day. Oh, I have loved this conversation. Is there anything you want to leave with anyone who might be sitting in that teeter-totter moment of doubt about themselves or wanting more confidence? Is there any other message you want to leave that you have not shared yet?
Nothing I haven't shared. I just want to say so much like so many women think they're stuck, right? They think, well, I can't work on myself. I'm so stuck in this situation. I'm so stuck. But I think what it is, most of us aren't stuck. We're waiting. And
Mhm.
that waiting is just a decision. It's a decision to put a line in the sand and say, I'm done. And
Mhm.
I do have the power to walk away, or I do have the power to get up and change this. We're not stuck. We're waiting, and we need to break that habit.
And it's interesting because if we're waiting, what are we waiting for? Like we are the solution that we're waiting
Mhm.
for. Like we're
Yeah,
not, it's not
exactly.
coming, it comes
Yeah,
from us.
yeah.
And I love that you said that. I love that you said that. So you have your book coming out in September. This episode, we'll share it out when it goes live. Where can people connect with you and learn more about you and the work that you do?
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram at Her Inner Glow. And you can also go to my website. It's
Mhm.
aliciaarlene.com. And
Mhm.
that's where you can find to pre order my book or just learn more about me. And yeah.
Amazing. Okay, I have one more question for you, but I do want to ask this. Did I see you started a different Instagram page?
Yes, it's just for, I was actually talking to my husband about this yesterday. I was like, I just needed an outlet to teach women what I just started building because I want to talk about it so much, but you know how the algorithm just throws, throws it for a loop. So I was like, I
Yeah.
can't start it on that page, but I just have this like fire inside me that I want to teach women how to build what I just built.
I love
And
that.
not in a way where it's like, a business coach where I'm telling you, you have to do this, or I just want a place, where women can come to and see, just get ideas of, building their personal brand in a way that I did that felt good and aligned and really spoke to women.
See, I think there's something really special. As someone like I've been in the online space for a long time, and I do want to say this because I did see your other page. I'm like, that's really cool because why not share what you've already done? And sometimes a business branding coach teaches it from that lens. Again, we're back to like what you should, shouldn't do, etc.
Right.
And then it's really disconnected in a way. I love that you're sharing it because it is something that you've done, but you're
Yeah.
also sharing it from the lens of like you can still do it your way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
love
And I
it.
honestly, I get DMs weekly from women being like, I'm obsessed with your brand. I want to build something like that. Like, I have a story, I have a mission.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like, girl, you can. And that's where
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, I need to start something, else in a
Yeah.
different, path that I can show women that they can do this too.
Oh,
Um,
see, but that's exactly what like your personal brand, the, you want to solidify that so people know like who you are, what your voice is, what your message is, because then almost, I'm not saying that like you can pivot at times when your brand is strong and people know who you are, you can pivot and you
for
can
sure.
offer something different because people know there's a know, like, and trust with you. And I absolutely love the idea. When I saw you, I was like, that makes so much sense. Like that makes 100% sense. So good for you for doing that little
So,
stretchy thing to put yourself out in a way, right? Hey, we're going to do it over here too.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Thank you so much for sharing everything that you did, Alicia. I'm gonna make sure everything is in the show notes. I can't wait for your book to come out. I am so grateful that you said yes, even though you were nervous. And I just wanted to share that lens because you said it when we first started. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a beautiful message. It's okay to be nervous and
Yeah.
still, you're still worthy
Exactly.
of being on a guest on a show. It's like
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. My last question that I ask everyone is what lesson in life are you most grateful for?
Oh gosh. Um, Honestly, I think going back to the worthy
Mhm.
lesson is understanding that it doesn't matter what I've achieved, what I haven't achieved. Going back
Yet.
to, not finishing high school or anything like that. It
Hmm.
doesn't matter because I am human, I am here, and I am worthy.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Biggest lesson.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been amazing.